What's up, everybody? So today I got my good friend Marcelo, Cello Effect in the house. So Marcelo's going to share his story. And Marcelo's got an incredible story that has touched me so many times. Every time he tells it, it's a very inspiring story. And, it's really been an honor to work with this dude. And he shares his story. He shares why he loves the Purium products and just how it's really helped him with dialysis and with kidney troubles. So, Marcelo, I'd love for you to tell the people your story.
Hey,
Who
hey,
is Marcelo?
let's get it, man. Well, Marcelo, there's a lot to the onion. You know what I'm saying? There's many layers to the onion, but let's get into it. Yeah. So you mentioned I'm a dialysis patient, and I'm going on 21 years of end stage, no, 24 years of end stage renal disease, and 21 years of dialysis. Currently doing home hemodialysis, and in the middle of all that, man, I've been through so much, so many procedures, surgeries. It's we could do 5 more podcasts just on the health aspect of my life, but I mean, in the middle of all that, just me learning and trying to become better, relieve anxiety, and not have to be dependent on pain medicines and blood pressure medications, benzodiazepines. I didn't want to feel like I was lost, and death was always just right there. I could always see this darkness and feel it, right? And I remember I would talk to doctors about that, and there was just always medications. It was always medication, or psychiatrists, and I always felt like there was more to it. So I embarked on my journey to learn about diet and breath work, meditation, and really give it a shot. Really give it a shot in through my travels, and in my study, my journey. I've experienced so much, and I got so ill to the point where in 2019, my intestines were just, sorry, I put the mute by accident. It was just riddled with colitis and inflammation, and it was just tore up. Antibiotics were, I was getting pumped full of antibiotics for years, high doses of antibiotics and pain medicines, to where the intestines just blew up. In 2019, on my mother's birthday, June 11th, my intestines blew up and they perforated, where I had to have emergency surgery, and the doctors had to repair everything. So prior to that, like I said, I was learning about diet, and I was learning about superfoods, and just the pyramid of food, getting closer to light source, light energy, and living enzymes, right? I call it high frequency, nutrient dense food. So I knew about that, and I knew about organic and all the, all the labels you want to see, right? Because it's very important, the source, where you get the source of the food, and the closer to the source, aka God, the better you feel, the more godly you feel. You know what I mean? So I'm literally recovering. I have an ostomy bag hanging from my stomach because my intestines had exploded. They had to take it out, and I had to have that for 3 months. So, anyways, in the middle of that recovery, I'm still in mission mode of wanting to help my kidney community, and really being that light for them, because it's so hard out there. Everybody's anxious, everybody's depressed, and everybody's lost. We're just trying to find our way home. So, boom, I'm literally online, and I follow a lot of people that I'm interested in. You know what I mean? I follow many people, but I didn't know that they were all connected with one another. It's so amazing. So I remember one day I would make my morning smoothies with, spirulina, chlorella, cordyceps, maca powder, all this stuff. So I knew about diet. I knew about this stuff. And I said, how can I make money doing this? Because we believe in mental health, physical health, but also financial health, because it's all energy. And then boom, I came across this company. And honestly, it was the best thing that I could probably have ever done, because even though I didn't know much about the business side of things, I knew about the ingredients and how good the ingredients were. So I was like, you know what? Thank you. I said thank you to the beings of love and light, and I dove right in, and I will forever be thankful to Bitman Buddha, John Durusi. Okay, and that's, we'll get into that later. So boom, it's like you're becoming awake, and the way you get the key is through a program called the ULT, the Ultimate Lifestyle Transformation. So within that, you have many products. You have a power shake called the Liquid Sunshine, the Biomedic, which cleans out the gut. I mean, I was having years of gut problem. So I'm like, wow, this is very interesting. The super aminos, which help you build and keep muscle. And it's ideal for someone like me because they don't have to get filtered through the kidneys. Within 23 minutes, they're called super amino 23s. They're absorbed into the bloodstream. So literally that's like a cheat code to life. I don't have to go to the gym like most people. And Rob knows, you know what I'm saying? Like, this is the real deal. So I will forever be grateful and thankful that I came across these people. I came across the business side because the 30 days, since I did the 30 days in 2020, in April 2020, I haven't looked back and I feel amazing. Each month I'm getting better. I'm getting stronger. I'm getting more fit. I'm literally manifesting my life. I can see that I can create it when I'm able to incorporate the breath work, incorporate the diet, incorporate the meditation and love, incorporate the love for my team and for myself, you know? So I know I like to go all over the place, but I do get excited about this. I really do, because again, the 30 days, once you do that, and the way it's set up with Dave Sandoval, the Wizard of Oz, and Amy Venner, I swear they are, you literally are taken care of by a whole team of people, right? And you're never left alone. There's support groups, there's Zoom calls, any questions you may have, you know, it's just getting out of your own way, really, at one point in time. So, I mean, as a dialysis patient of 21 years, I honestly feel I wouldn't have made as much progress. I wouldn't be so advanced without this in my life, you know? And and then you can also make money doing this. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying, Rob? So it really is amazing. I know you were asking me before we got on about the benefits of the biomedic. Again, like I was saying, the intestines were just destroyed. So once I started to recover and I had to have the reconstruction surgery for my intestines, it was perfect timing, because now I'm taking what's known as the biomedic, and that's cleaning out the glyphosate. That's all the herbicides, insecticides, the plastics, the metals that do not, there's no other way to get them out of the system, you know, that I know of. So we have proven data and clinical trials and studies that proves biomedic from Purium takes out to 74-75% of the glyphosate. So boom. Now, when you drink the powders, the liquid sunshine, you're able to absorb it. There's no goo that's pausing, and there's no the glyphosate that's causing holes in the intestines. So once you repair that with biomedic and the superfoods that we have, you're just filling it with all these living enzymes and this light source energy. Light source energy. If you've never seen, I'll end it on this so my brother can ask me some questions. If you've never seen blades of grass under a microscope, I urge you, Google blades of grass under a microscope, because this is how we feel.
I love that.
Yes.
Well, you mentioned the super aminos and you mentioned, the ultimate lifestyle transformation. I know that you are a huge fan of the core four, which includes a lot of those. So I'd love for you to talk a little bit. You just touched on the PowerShake, the liquid sunshine, which is, all organic green juice. And like you
Mhm.
said, that's just a great way to get a baseline of nutrition in there. Biomedic, remove the glyphosate, help heal the gut. I'd love to hear, why for you specifically the super aminos are great. I know you said that it bypasses the kidneys, but what have you noticed in terms of results with the super aminos, and what about the apothecary? Because that's the fourth corner of that core
That's
four.
it. That's it. So the core four, I do love the core four, because after you do the 30 days, the core four is just like keeping the car, keeping your vehicle, the human body under maintenance. You know, it's under maintenance. It's ideal for anybody. You know, if you want to upgrade in life, become more vital, just optimal, it really is. The super aminos have changed my life. I don't have to eat as much protein, meats, or even beans or legumes or whatever it is, because it doesn't matter what it is. It's too much. It's just too much food. Sometimes I feel like, man, I don't know if I can grow the muscle that I would want. I always joke that I say I want the Batman body. You know what I'm saying? I've always wanted the Batman body. And it was just so hard all my life. I've been fighting, and in pain, for so many years. So all I do now, I literally just take these super aminos, and in 23 minutes, they get absorbed into my blood, and you feel it. That's the thing. You'll wake up in the morning, right? And I'll wake up in the morning. Let's say I fasted for about 16 hours. The first thing that I take under the supervision of Dave Sandoval and the team to just drink the super aminos, the first thing with water. That's it, right? And honestly, within 23, 25 minutes, you literally see the skin and the muscles just tighten up and you feel it. Like you feel it. There's times that I go, and I mean, to each his own, but I could go maybe like 20 hours without eating something, and I'll take super aminos, and then I'll drink a little liquid sunshine because I always have it with me, and I just feel it. I can feel it. You know what I'm saying? I
Yeah,
really do.
I
So
want
it's
to jump.
something
I
that
want to jump in on there real quick. I can say I remember the first time I took the Superminos. I was the after school program I was working at, and I was at that point I was doing a lot of rock climbing, and I remember. So when you rock climb, your forearms get pretty strong, your hands get pretty
mm,
strong. I
mm-hmm.
remember I took the serving size is 5. I think I took like 8, and I was like, no, let's just try. Let's go for 8. And I remember walking around, and all of a sudden my forearm just starts swelling up, and the veins are popping out. I was like, "Holy shit! Like, I need to start climbing right now." And that was the moment that I was like, "Wow, these are
Yeah.
powerful." And just
Mm-hmm.
like you said, I love taking them to break the fast, because it's not even breaking the fast; it's continuing the fast, because it's not having to go
Mm-hmm.
through the digestive system. And so I think that those are just, as you said, they're life changing. And with that being said, I want to transition to apothecary, and which rounds out the core four. What do you like about the apothecary?
Look, I honestly, I love them all. I love all the products. I really do because they all have their own sensations, and you do feel different when you take them. So the apothecary, what I love about that is that I really get the most vivid dreams in my life. And for the ones that some people believe this, some people are whatever, but I really do feel like those are ways that our ancestors and they talk to us, they speak to us. You have to learn how to decode that stuff. So I learned so much off of all this stuff, and the inflammation because of the puffy cherry. I don't feel that as much anymore. My joints feel better. My rest is better because the one thing that I honestly didn't know this, or I wasn't aware of it either, because when we go to sleep, you might shut down consciously, but it doesn't mean that all the little Marcelos and all the little cello effects are sleeping. You know what I mean? Especially,
I love
especially if you're
that.
eating at night. You know what I
Right.
mean? That I literally they're working. They're working hard to digest the food. So you have to be very very careful with that. And for people that don't think your sleep is serious or don't think that any of this is really it's just food, it's not just food. It's not just food. It's like this. I was just thinking about this earlier. Why are you going to put gasoline in a spaceship? Why would you put gasoline in a spaceship? This is a spaceship. So you got to give it the most optimal enhanced fuel that it can take, that it can have. And honestly, Purium and the stuff that we have, the PowerShake, the Biomedic, the Super Amino 23s, and the Pothi Cherry, the Core 4 is supreme. It's supreme. It really is.
100%, and I agree with you. And one thing that our boy Troy Casey always says is that don't shop for food like you shop for gasoline. You don't just
Mm,
go for the cheapest price. And I think that's something that I was guilty of for much of my youth. Was you think, all right, well, I can get a burger at McDonald's for $1, or I can get a burger at the grocery store for $6. Why would I get the one at the grocery store? It's just more expensive, and I have to cook it. Are you kidding me? And so
yeah.
it's like we have this perception that cheaper is better. And that to me is a scarcity mindset. We're looking always for the cheapest way to do things. But what about the best way? What about the way to
Mm,
optimize? What about not just surviving? What about optimizing? And that's one thing I think that, we gotta shift our awareness a little bit. Instead of just going for the bare minimum, like the minimum effective dose, what about the optimal dose? What if
yes.
instead of doing wheat thins, which are marketed as a healthy snack, what if we switch out some wheat thins for a power shake and some super
Hmm.
aminos? Like
Hmm.
I could say I feel a lot better when I take some aminos and power shake over some wheat thins. So with all that being said, the products I can say are amazing. Obviously, Marcelo, you've had an incredible history of challenges, and you've
Yeah.
really just in my time that I've known you, it's been amazing to just watch your glow. Like you're just glowing, and you're a different
Yeah.
person. You really are, and it's
Thank you.
really been cool to just watch your transformation. And to everybody listening right now, is Marcelo's got a $50 gift card code. Marcelo,
Mhm.
so I'm gonna put the links in the description box here, but what is your code?
Mhm.
What's the code that people can use to say?
Cello Effect. That's what it is. It's Cello Effect on all social media. It's Cello Effect. That's the brand. That's Cello Effect in full effect. It
Let's
really
go.
is. And
Awesome.
I just tell y'all, you have to jump. It's a feeling. It's not a blind belief. It's like jumping into that cold water, because when you get out, you feel reborn. You feel reborn. You know what I mean? You really will.
Absolutely. Awesome, Marcelo. And for those of you who are also interested in the business side of things, we have a great team, like Marcelo talked about, and there's so much support, just like you said, and there's trainings, all things from social media and business trainings, network marketing trainings, product trainings, nutrition trainings, health trainings, personal development. Like it's the complete package. And like a lot of
Mhm.
people say, this business is basically a personal development program with a compensation plan attached to it. And at first people said that when I first joined, I was like, what are you talking about? This is just a business. Then it's like, now being in here for like 20, 21 months, it's like, holy shit, they're right. Like this really
Mhm.
is. I've grown so much as a person. And
Mhm.
obviously you have too. And just,
Yeah.
growing together and,
Mhm.
and having a conversation like this, meeting cool people is just awesome. So Marcel, I want to thank you for
Thank
being here.
you.
Thank you for being you and everyone listening. Check out the links in the description box. Link up with Marcelo.
Yeah.
Let's keep it going.
Let's
Get
get it. Let's
healthy
keep it
and make
going.
the world better. Thanks,
Yeah.
Marcelo.
Love you, man.